Hello. Come right on in. You're at Father Fish. Nice to have you with us.
Father, can you tell us how to clean fishnets? How hot to kill parasites, etc. Does sun drying the nets help to cleanse them? Thanks.
How do you clean fish nets?
And we're putting the net in the
parasites.
how? Yeah.
This is interesting. It takes me back to a certain fish keeper friend I had, David Fellows, $4.99 super chat.
Say we've got a super chat. Thank you.
Thank you, David, very, very much. Deeply appreciate your contribution, your support, your gift, and your kindness.
And before you say, I'm just gonna apologize. I'm not able to help Father Fish and say hi as much lately, so I'm just trying to say general hellos. So just letting everybody know as they come in. But thank you for being here. All right, go on your fishnets.
Fishnets. Takes me back to an old fish keeper friend who kept a separate net for every tank. And he would become utterly distraught if a net was used in the wrong tank. I have two main nets. They're big 12-inch black nets that I use because I can't find one of them usually. So I'm always using the other one in every single tank. Saltwater, freshwater, 10-gallon tank, 500-gallon tank, same net. The net mesh, here we go. Oh, God. This one will get me. If you're thinking about a net as something that is sufficiently fine, in which the mesh is sufficiently fine to trap parasite or other nefarious particles, I would remind you that a virus is 1/1000th the size of a hole in the mesh of the mask you're putting over your face. A net does not protect from parasites. It doesn't capture them. If you have bacteria in the water and you run your net through it, the chances of that bacteria being caught on the net number one and surviving out of the water number two long enough to get into another net, another tank, number three, are way down close to nil. About the only thing I clean out of my nets is duckweed. And that's a hopeless task because duckweed goes wherever it wants to go. Mm-hmm. And there doesn't seem to be. The only way I've found to really effectively control duckweed is to put a goldfish in the tank. And occasionally snails, mystery snails do a pretty good job of cleaning it up too. But yeah, I don't really adhere to the notion that a net is capable of transferring diseases from one tank to another. Now, having said that, I don't have tanks that have disease in them. And if I do, if I've got a sick fish and I use a net to take that sick fish out, I'm usually going to do something to sterilize that net, because I'm really not a mad scientist. I'm really not completely ridiculous, absurd, and outrageous about nature and natural stuff. You know, uh, a piece of fungus containing bacteria can certainly get caught in the mesh of a net and can certainly get transferred. Whether it can do any harm or not is a whole other issue. And the likelihood goes way down to zero pretty quickly. But nevertheless, there are some places where I do err on the side of caution. And using a net when I'm working in a tank that has sick fish, I will do something with that net to sterilize it. Usually, I simply run it in hot water, run hot
That's
water
fine.
through it, rinse it out. That's the easiest way. The water coming out of my faucet is scalding hot, and that's
I do the same.
typically about 130 degrees or so. So that's typically what I do.
Well, I hope you found something you've never seen before. Have a great day. Nice to have you with us. Come on back.